Ebony magazine out of business in March 1969. Netshemaiah, can you read this for us? Raise it up.
Yes, sir.
We're going to read about your loving black Christians. Now, many of them are my age and older today. A lot of them have kids. A lot of y'all have kids. And what they thought back then, this is the 60s or before the 70s, they think today.
Bishop, wasn't this during the height of Black Power?
Yes.
1969.
Oh, yes. That's why a lot of those black Christians, they was only a little bit with Martin, and they didn't like Malcolm at all. These black Christians are the devil the Bible speaks of.
Hey,
they might look black, but the inside, they not.
Officer Alicia, I just sent something to the Telegram.
Okay.
Check your Telegram and download that. We're going to play that.
Go ahead, Netshemaiah, read this.
Ebony magazine was almost put out of business. Why? They published the March 1969 issue of the Ebony magazine with a black Jesus on the cover.
Hey, put the picture back up, put Ebony back up, so that everybody know exactly what we talk. This was the cover in March 1969, or during the Black Power movement. Black Power! This is like you, and this is what people like your boy, or is he my boy? No, Deacon Anthon's boy. Geno Jennings. He ain't none of our boys? Damn. Okay. Not till he repent. Not till the brother repent. They hate this thing. Now go back to the article. Go back to the article. You dirty black, ungodly, cheap skin. Read it. Come on, Netshemaiah.
So many in the black community was upset to the point of threatening to cancel their subscription. They sent Johnson Publishing pictures of what some call the true white Jesus.
See that? They sent pictures of a white Jesus. This is black Christians. Black Christians did this. Go ahead.
In 2013, has anything changed?
Has anything changed in the year 2013? Go ahead.
Has anything changed?
Now, we in 2022 now. Has anything changed? Go ahead.
Has anything changed in black America about worshiping a black Jesus? Is a white Jesus still the only picture of the true Jesus for blacks? In earlier responses to this posting, I read lots of responses from awakened black people calling those 1968 responses to the ebony cover the actions of coons. I'm not going to disagree, but the problem is much more complex than most people believe. The indoctrination of white Jesus into the minds of black people is one of the most successful psychological warfare programming in human history. Critically think and ask yourself the following question. If anything of substance was taken away from the slaves, reading, culture, language, etc., why was Christianity allowed? The true reason why the white slave masters and white colonizers of Africa found it necessary to convert black people into Christians. Black people were not given the Christian religion because whites wanted to save our souls in order that we blacks may share heaven with them in the afterlife.
Right. They didn't give us Christianity because they wanted us to go to heaven with them. That's what he's saying. Go ahead.
We know this to be irrefutably true because during the time when whites were converting black people into Christians, most whites perceived it that the black people were inferior beings that did not truly possess souls.
3/5 of a man. Right. How come black Christians don't understand this? Right. We try to share this with them. No, you're wrong. It's like a demon jumps on them. And they want to fight us and harm us. Pull guns on us. Go ahead.
In fact, during the early period when whites were converting black people into Christians, they at the same time declared black people as not being fully human. Because of the perceived reasons, the white colonizers and white masters believed that black people actually could never truly enter the kingdom of their perceived all-white heaven in an afterlife.
Damn, y'all see this? You gotta let these words marinate on you. This is some heavy stuff right here. This is some heavy stuff for your soul. Go ahead.
Because of their racist...
Hey, and in case you didn't think that's true today, how come the black church and the white church is segregated? How come you got the urban apologists and the white apologists? Or the white, whatever the hell they are. And people might say right now, but Christians was in Africa during the time of Christ. You read it. That's two different types of Christians. The Christians in the Bible were Israelites that kept the commandments. what we're reading about Christianity is white Jesus and white colonizers. This is a whole total different thing than what the Bible's talking about. Go ahead.
Because of their racist low opinions of we black people, those whites that converted our ancestors to Christians actually believed that the thought of a black person entering into heaven was as ridiculous as saying that a dog could enter into heaven.
Hey, remember that cartoon they had called All Dogs Go to Heaven? That was a mockery. Go ahead. Y'all just brought your kids to it. Oh, look, this is funny. They was talking about us. Go ahead.
When we honestly, logically, and critically look at the fact, we can easily say with great certainty that the white slave masters and colonizers were not trying to save the souls of black people when they taught them the Christian religion.
That's right.
The truth of the matter is that the Bible was used to subconscious brainwash the Africans during the enslavement of the Africans in America.
Right. They only read certain key parts out of it, like slaves obey your masters. That's what Jesus said. Go ahead.
And the colonization of African black people were given a Christian religion that taught them to believe in only white deities. A white God, white Messiah, white angels, and white prophets.
That's right. You see, that's just come on now, come on.
The reason for this was to instill the myth of white divinity,
godhood,
into their collective minds of the African slaves.
If y'all notice, if y'all go on Clubhouse,